Hey there, thank you for joining me in my little corner of the world over to you. I appreciate it so much. Guess what? It's 2026. We are chugging along here, heading towards what's called Valentine's Day. So think about that. Before you know it, it's here. For those who celebrate, I didn't every year, that's for sure. But I have been for many, many moons to my honey. I don't feel like I have to play this out online all the time. Hey, taking honey here and there. A lot of people like to do whatever, different strokes for different folks. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me here today. I speak with a wonderful musician by the name of Stew Cutler, straight out of New York, live from Manhattan today as we speak. Have a great conversation. Stu is up in his car moving it around. He's in a Subaru, so live from his Subaru station wagon, trudging through New York. I don't think they have too much snow there at this moment as I speak. Here it is in beautiful winter 2026. Right now, at this moment, it's a little bit balmy for us, but we're about ready to dive back down into those crazy low temperatures. But we have a great conversation. Stu's a great guy. Been around for quite some time. Has a lot of great experience performing the blues live. He's really into it. Great releases out there. We believe he's on his eighth album, which we talk about. Mostly covers and instrumentals, his very own take on certain classics, especially a Michael Jackson tune. So we get into that as well, believe it or not. A blues number, blues version of a Michael Jackson tune. So stay tuned and listen to how all that came together. Stu has worked with a great many people in the studio and on stage. He's done a magnificent job working with people like Meatloaf, David Sanborn, has been doing this since he was a kid. And it's just a fascinating talk as we go through the years on how he's come together as an artist and the people who he has met up there in New York and has put on these records. Just really, really amazing stuff. Really hope you enjoyed. And also, he's a great live performer. So if you're up there in New York in the Northeast, he plays live up there too as well. And we mentioned Cleveland quite a bit where he does play. So that also gets in there as well. So hope you enjoy this and talk with y'all on the other side of this thing. Where are you at this morning?
Well, I live in New York and I'm actually in my car right now,
Yeah, as
which
we could see here. Yeah.
is not great, but
Hey, anything is good here.
it's they clean the streets here and I have to move the car and blah blah blah. This is just easier, believe it or not.
Yeah, usually in a place like that where there's a lot of people don't know this, because I grew up in the North. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, I
And
love, yeah.
yeah, and what happened was the salt would get all over the place. I was just talking about this morning, and salt just eats up everything. It's just
Oh
a
yeah. Oh yeah.
bed of salt. You gotta constantly run to the car wash and get that salt off the body of your car. I was talking many years ago. We used to do like this undercarriage coating, and I think they
Oh
stopped
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
What was it called? It was what was the brand name on that?
Was it a guy named Earl Scheib used to do
Oh,
that?
Earl Scheib. I'll paint any car, 89.99. I remember him.
Yeah, paint
Yeah,
any car. It's just,
yeah,
price would
yeah,
go up like every year.
yeah. Anyway.
Classic. Yeah. That brings me back to the old 1970 Camaro Rally Sport we had in the family.
Mm,
And I thought it was really cool because we had a Delco 8-track player that was installed in it, the person who
mm.
had it before us. It was just
Yeah,
good, good quadraphonic sound in that thing.
8-track is one format that did not survive.
Oh gosh, no.
Mm,
No, nothing good about that either. Absolutely
yeah,
not. I mean, remember they would bust up sounds, program to
yeah.
it.
That's pretty cool to have an 8-track player in the car, though. That's great.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was like amazing and in quadraphonic sound, which I never, heard before then. It was just
yeah.
completely incredible.
I never got into the quadraphonic thing. Uh, you only have two ears. Stereo
Yeah.
is good, you know?
Yeah, it was good enough. It was. But yeah, they were very big in the 70s. Then we got a it was really cool in 78 we got an Olds 88
Oh, I
which
had
had
one of those. I
yeah.
loved that car too.
Yeah, that
But
that
my,
new smell car, that new car
yeah,
smell.
yeah. But my favorite car that I ever owned, no offense to the car that I'm in now, I had one of those Chevy Caprices
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
with
I remember those.
but it had the Corvette engine in there.
Wow.
It was like a rocket ship. And when you get out on the highway and you decided to maybe sail past the speed limit a little bit, wow, it was unbelievable. It was a great car. I loved that car.
I remember those very,
Yeah.
very well. Yeah.
And a lot of people get intimidated as I drove past because back then most of the Caprices were police cars. So you
Yeah.
drive
Yeah.
up and you'd see everybody else slow down,
Yeah.
which
Well,
was funny.
the key was to look for that flashlight thing on the side
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah,
Wow, incredible stuff. Yeah, I mean the Corvette, I mean the classic ones from the 70s. I mean they're still like very hot cars, but like nothing like the
yeah,
bodies of those from the
yeah,
70s.
yeah. And I think the history with the Caprice is, I think, when there was a gas crisis or whatever, Chevrolet had all these Corvettes ready to go and nobody was buying them. So
Uh,
they redesigned the Caprice and put those engines in the Caprice. And
Amazing.
it was a rocket ship. It was really fun. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore. Now we're getting into
No, they
electric.
do not.
Not at all.
In my Subaru right now, it is,
Yeah.
there's nothing sexy about it.
But it gets through the snow, doesn't it? You have all-wheel
Pretty
drive?
good in the snow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good in the snow. I'll give it that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You can go up and get around there. So are you in the Brooklyn area or another
Well, I'm in
borough?
Manhattan right
Oh.
now. I live in Lower Manhattan, more or
Oh.
less the Lower East Side. I can't tell you that I'm that much of a fan anymore of living down this way, but it's okay for right now.
Yeah.
So,
Well, all the action is out there. That's never a
yeah,
dull moment, I'm sure.
yeah. If I was in the city, I'd rather move back to the Bronx, but
Yeah.
can't do that right now.
Yeah. Well, with your new project, you recorded over in Brooklyn and
I did it at my friend Jerry Brooks's place. Jerry Brooks is he's an incredible bass player and very, very nice guy. And we had gone back and forth. So we ended up doing it at his place.
yeah, and basically most of this is containing covers. You got two originals,
Yeah,
Stew Cutler and Friends Undercover mostly, and that is part of the
yeah,
title with mostly. So it's
mostly. Yeah, yeah. And that was my idea to have everybody on the record cover look like they were incognito.
yeah. What was the decision on that, making it look that
I
way?
just thought it was, we're all undercover. I had never done this many cover tunes,
Cool.
and
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was fun.
Yeah, like you were saying, that a lot of people were saying, "Hey, where are the covers when you're at your live shows?" It's like,
Yeah.
shouldn't it be, usually, yeah, that's where you make the money's on covers, of course, and you basically starve on
Well,
the
I'm
originals.
I'm I'm old, but I'm learning. People do really, you know, they they tune in. They hear a song they're familiar with, and then you give it to them in a little bit of a different format, and people really tune in.
Yeah, and the tracks that you chose, why those particular tracks? Were they something you were just like totally into for so many years and just said, I finally want to cover these?
You know,
Or was it,
that's
yeah,
that's a good question, and I don't have a good answer. I think it
yeah.
just had a life of its own, and something would pop into my head, and I don't know why. Some tunes I find interesting that they're such jazz tunes, like a lot of Stevie Wonder tunes are like this, yet they somehow make it onto pop radio or whatever. They come across as pop tunes. And the one solo guitar thing that I did is a song like that, Betcha by Golly, which really has some really pretty complicated changes on it.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, Close to You,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know how that happened. I wanted to put a little drum solo in there.
Yeah. And we all know Karen Carpenter was a
She was a
drummer.
drummer, and Bill was super tasty. He could have gone a little crazier, but Bill McClellan, the drummer, but very tasty what he played, and that's a unique one. A lot of people seem to be interested in the version of Summer Breeze.
Yeah.
That came out good. Then there's the Michael Jackson's Blues. I mean, it is a blues tune, really.
Yeah,
Uh,
people don't really understand that they thought, oh yeah, this is like Uber pop Michael Jackson late 1980s. But yeah, if you break that down and you hear it here, this is such a
yeah,
great number when you have it arranged the way that you have it. And it's just
thank
it
you.
is blues workout as
Yeah,
you would call that.
yeah. I don't know. I might be off the subject by now. I'm rambling a little bit. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay.
I apologize.
Yeah, that's what we do here. It's just totally non sequitur. So it's like, oh yeah, the way you make me feel. The first time I ever heard that, I was like, wow, that was like, hadn't heard anything like that. So quite something like that from Michael Jackson.
Right, right,
Made it
right.
very, very unique and
Yeah,
great pick. And it's just like in you juxtapose that with Summer Breeze, Seals and Croft. It's
right.
like that's a total earworm. I mean, honestly,
Oh,
that thing
oh,
can really get in your head.
okay. Okay, good, good. I'm trying to think what else. Um, oh, the Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Actually, it's the Neil Young song. You know, the changes are kind of odd on that one, and there's something about it that just struck me. I wasn't certainly when I was younger, and so guitar oriented and wanted to hear people solo and a jazz player and all this kind of stuff. I didn't have that much interest in Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, but that song kind of got to me, and I think that's the only song that I actually play my jazz guitar on. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. I do
Yeah.
most of the melody on it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Jazz meets Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. It's
Yeah,
good
I
combo.
don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but it's too late now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you make those
What's
decisions.
what's done is done, you know.
It's out. It's out in the in the world there. That's for sure. So, I've seen Crosby, Stills, Nash in so many different combinations. And one time I just saw just Crosby and Nash, which was an
Oh, they
interesting
had a nice
combo.
duo. They really did.
Yeah. Yeah, they really did. I didn't expect to see that, but like I saw them up close in a theater and around, and it was just so different than when you saw the whole group together. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
incredible. Really stripped down and you could really hear the talent there was just so amazing.
yeah. They were pretty amazing, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, in so many different forms. They toured quite a bit back in the day. I mean, I saw them not too far after David got out of jail in Texas, and he warned the
yeah.
crowd, if you're gonna get arrested, don't do it in Texas. It's just
I
not a great
saw
idea.
him. I think it was flying to some gig someplace, and there was a movie about him, and he burned a lot of bridges in his life. It looked like it was what
Oh yeah.
exactly it was. I'm friends with a guy that played with him for years, but whatever. I guess I was never interested enough to really find out what it was about. But he seems to have left a bit of a trail. That guy.
Yeah, the documentary is amazing. It
Yeah.
came out
Oh,
a
you
few
saw
years
it
ago.
too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really kind of sad in a way too. Just so much talent,
Yeah,
but
it
yet
was. Yeah, he just, he went crazy. Later in life, he settled in and had a kid and, kind of got his feet on the ground finally. But I guess he went pretty wild for many, many years.
oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So how long did it take to get this project together, doing these covers, getting your cast of characters together?
Well, most of the guys that uh, played on it are, sort of our regular working band. Shulo Gatewood on bass, Bill McClellan on drums, either Tom Wilson or Etienne Lytle on keys. And, I do a lot with Bobby Harden. I play in his group sometimes, and he does these things with me. So, having said that, doing the actual recording, we sort of knew what we wanted to do going in. And of course, when you get in the studio, you can refine things a little bit. But, it was basically two recording sessions. And then we had a couple of fix it sessions. It wasn't a long process recording it. We had some problems. A couple things
Sure.
got erased accidentally to redo this, redo that. But all in all, it was fine.
Yeah. You
You
seem
know,
to
we,
have Bobby Harden for a while now, on
oh,
a
I
number
know
of your
Bobby
projects.
for many years. Oh,
Yeah.
this whole cast of characters knows each other for many years. And, where I live here in New York, uh, there's a finite amount of musicians that, are really lifers. So kind of like everybody knows everybody. And at this stage of my life, everybody knows everybody for like decades. So, you know, uh, it's sort of one big dysfunctional family here.
Yeah.
I could put it like that. But
Yeah.
it's family nonetheless.
Yeah, that's the art for sure. Roseanne Kirk basically inspired you to do this from the Harlem
Yeah,
Gospel Singers.
right. She came to see me play a couple times, thought about maybe working with me. And one of the things that she didn't like is that I didn't do any covers. So
Exactly.
she's the one that got me
Yeah.
started on all this. And, I got to send her the CD. I haven't sent her any recordings of this yet, but I've known her many, many years, and she's very talented and all of this stuff.
Yeah, Fee Fi Fo Fum, which basically has that Stevie Ray influence. I saw Stevie Ray. Gosh, you know what? It's now 40 years since I've seen Stevie Ray play.
Never did see him play,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
but my
Wow.
idea with that tune was, it's a Wayne Shorter tune, and there's this one section that's kind of like this bounce blues section. So I just
Yeah.
tried to turn the whole thing into a Texas blues, which is hard because there's so many changes. The changes are flying by, so to keep the guitar playing in that sort of blues context with all those changes was a little tricky, but hopefully I pulled it off. I hope I did.
Yeah, yeah. And then probably when you go to play these things live, you probably get that response. So are you going to take this out extensively on the road, stay in the New York area to perform a lot of this stuff?
Well,
Any
right now I'm our booking agent, which is not good, but we do have a bit of a circuit, at least around the Northeast. I'm hoping this will make things a little bit easier to book as I expand my circle. I'm starting to work with some agency overseas also. I've gone to Europe and played in Europe so many, many, many times, but very little of it has been my own gigs. So I'm hoping that to kind of open up those doors a little bit too. So, we have some gigs here in the city and probably get around the Northeast into the Midwest a little bit, and see whatever other doors open up.
Yeah, it's got to be tough to do it all, to have to be your own bookie agent and
Yeah,
take
that's
on these roles.
not a hat I'm thrilled about wearing, but if I don't do it right now, nobody else will. I had some guy years ago from some agency. tell me, call me back when you're grossing 100 grand. Now, if I'm grossing 100 grand, that means I'm doing pretty well. Why would I? That means
Yeah,
what do I
yeah.
need you for at that point,
Right. I'm already, finding the success. What do I need you getting involved?
Right,
Probably trying to take a cut, of course.
right. Yeah, so it's, a phone call and he puts 15 grand in his pocket from one phone call. I guess for him, but whatever. Maybe that'll turn around at some point. I hope it does.
Yeah, yeah. And there's quite a resume here. This is now your eighth studio album.
Eighth or ninth,
Yeah. Is there a live one out there?
there is one live one. There is another live one that's coming out. There's a place in Rochester, New York, we play called the Bop Shop, and they did a recording of a concert we did up there many years ago. This is with Booker King and Gary Brewer, and that's supposed to come out. I don't, every time I ask him about it, he's got all these plans. And there's also some of my music has made it onto a couple of compilations and stuff. So, I mean, I don't have 30 records out like
Yeah.
some people, but it's getting a little tough to, keep track of it exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Once the catalog keeps expanding, it's like then the years just fly by and it's
There you
easy to
go.
lose
Yeah.
track. It really
Yeah.
is. You helped out Martin Scorsese,
Well,
2019 film.
I think my friend Stuart Lerman helped Martin out.
Yeah. Hooked you up.
He's got me on a few gigs, and
Cool.
when these things come up, they're just gigs. They're just recording sessions, and I guess you're referring to the Irishman.
The Irishman in 2019. Yeah.
Yeah, we did the recording a ways. It had us do 4 or 5 songs, I think 4 songs, and we did it way before the actual movie came out. I almost forgot that we had done it. And, that's how a lot of recording work for movies and TV, you do it, months and months in advance. And
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, I've learned that, seeing how TV's being on the set a few times for a couple of TV shows, seeing how that's done, uh, it's not at all what you think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know if it seems to me like kind of luck of the draw. If they want to take your music, somehow work it into the actual project, or maybe there is a soundtrack that comes out.
Well, they have an idea of what they wanted, and I'm trying to remember the songs. I think what made it to the movie was how high the moon,
Yes.
but they had us do a few other ones. The one that stuck in my brain, and I don't think this got on the movie, was "Tie a Yellow Ribbon,"
Oh, really?
which
Yeah.
we did a jazz trio version of "Tie a Yellow Ribbon," and I had never listened to the lyrics of that song. It's a very strange song. Do you know what that song is
Oh,
about?
yeah. Well, wasn't it about the soldiers in Vietnam? Was it around that time with Tony Orlando covering that?
It seems to be more like a guy getting let out of jail.
Huh.
And he did his time, and it's kind of an odd subject. I mean, people go to jail, I get it, but how that became a pop tune like that,
Yeah, it just somehow got adopted
yeah,
and I
I mean,
remembered it as a kid. Yeah, it's
yeah,
huge.
yeah,
Yeah, Tony Orlando, was so huge with that. And then he did like a follow-up years later, and then he became this, uber patriotic guy.
he
Um,
did, yeah,
it's something maybe it was during, I don't know if it was the first Iraq War, but he did some kind of follow-up to that. But yeah, that was wow, that was huge back then. Yeah. Don't remember, Vietnam exactly very clearly, but I remember the end, very, very end stages.
yeah.
And by 75. But gosh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, that's a whole other can of worms and a subject. Maybe we'll talk about that after the interview or something.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like getting terribly political. I mean, you can get
No, probably
you can
not a
get
good
that
idea.
anywhere these days.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. Yeah,
Everybody's an expert and has an opinion, does it's
that's
just
for
the
sure.
oh gosh. Yeah. But yeah, but quite a catalog you have here. Was listening to your 2022 release. Again, you had people like Mike Stern on there and
Yeah,
really great vocals as well. It's just
I
really
actually, I actually sing one on that too. We had Bobby on that. We did my favorite song, which is "Baby, Can I Change My Mind." Uh, Stuart Lerman produced that, and that's another one we just did in a couple of days. Um, Mike, I knew from the 55 bar, which unfortunately now is closed in New York. So he played there all the time. I played there all the time. So, I kind of knew him in passing. And we had a mutual friend that, hooked it up and I got him to play on that one song. Very nice guy.
yeah, and the song Blue. You have a female singer on here. I was listening to this. I don't know.
Mary
Get it?
Jean, that's my better half. Got her to do one, which she co-wrote that.
Yeah,
Uh, and she did a good job. I've had her do a couple of things over the years
yeah,
on my recordings. Um,
yeah. Adds quite a dimension there. Get it while you can. I just pretty moving as well.
Good,
And
good. Thank
very
you.
mellow on Rain or Shine. I like that one too. Some of the stuff is very relaxing too. If you want to like
Good.
really chill out, you got some really nice, mellow tracks that you could totally can calm down to, and the more upbeat ones like Jank. It's a
Yeah,
really
Jank, that's Tom Wilson's song. I like that one also. That's just a trio. That's me, Bill, and Tom. That's it.
mm,
Playing left hand bass on that.
yeah. That's just it's a great variety on that release where you could just basically just chill, and other times it's just like really funk out to some of these.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, yeah. James Montgomery's on this as well. I have to give a shout
Yeah,
out to
that's
that.
another person that I used to play in a band called the Shabu All Stars. If you know what the
Huh.
Shabu Inn was, something up in Connecticut many years ago, and it kind of became sort of this blues centric place. It's a great music place. Maybe a little bit before my time, but the band that came out of there was the Shabu All Stars,
Hmm.
and Lefty Foster was the leader of it. Matt Guitar Murphy was the guitar player for a long time. In fact, when I was there, it was a guitar band for a little while with me and Matt. Another guitar player of note that did the gigs, a guy named Jeff Pivar. That's the guy that played with David Crosby for many years. So this conversation's kind of come
Yeah,
around full circle. But
yeah.
anyway,
Oh,
James
well.
would do some gigs with us, and that's where I got to know him. And I play some harmonica myself, but James is pretty great, and I wanted to get him on one song. And he did it. He sounds great, and he's a great person, and
Hmm.
all of that, all of that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and a great roster of serious talent that you have shared the stage or recording studio space as well. Like David Sanborn, who's just discovered him in the 80s. Uh,
Yeah, well,
wow.
him I played with on Fontella Bass's recording. Either neither David or Fontella is with us anymore, but
Yeah.
doing Fontella's record, some years ago, that was a wonderful experience. A friend of mine named Wayne Horvitz produced that. And besides David Sanborn, I got to play with Lester Bowie. I was able to get Harvey Brooks to play bass on that. There's quite an interesting cast of characters on that recording, and it did get Grammy nominated, which is nice.
Yeah. Somebody noticed that as well. So, how did you get into all this? How did you get into music growing up where you did?
Well, the the deeper dive is my father was a classical violinist. He I think he had started to get some work in symphonies, and my mother didn't want to move, and then he became a school teacher. He never officially really left music, but it left it certainly is in the family's blood. And they divorced, and it's not a good situation. Me and my brother, we were being shuttled back and forth between two different families, and it was pretty chaotic. And then my cousin Sandy came over, and she had this old K guitar, and she gave it to me, and I took to it right away. And
Hmm.
not to go too
Mm.
crazy about all of this stuff, uh, playing the guitar and playing music became, for me, the world that was not chaotic. That was a world where I had, control of things, and it wasn't, on a personal level, the guitar and playing music was a little island of calm in my teenagehood craziness. Does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that
It's
make
like
does that
therapy.
make sense? I hope it makes some sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's like therapy, I think. It's just
Maybe, yeah, maybe it was therapeutic for me at some point. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And following your passion and doing what you really love and obviously
yeah,
being in the right area and the right time too.
yeah. Excuse me. Living for a couple of years in Buffalo, New York, was also a,
Ooh,
a big help for me. I,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I that's another deep dive right
Hmm.
there. Maybe I've
Yeah.
enough deep diving for one interview. I don't.
Quite a bit. Yeah, I'm sure there's a huge history. It just reminds me, it's probably one place that was worse than Cleveland with snow. It's like,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
you got hit there.
There's some sort of connection between Buffalo and Cleveland. There
Oh yeah.
seem to be almost like sister cities.
Yeah.
I like both of those places very much. There's a place we occasionally play in Cleveland uh, called the Tree Lawn.
Yeah,
So
I've heard of that.
anybody in Cleveland hears this, I think we're going to be there in May, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Good time to get up there as well.
yeah,
Sure. Very,
yeah,
very good. Yeah, and they'll hear some of your covers here from this new release here
yeah.
out in
Yes, yes,
February of 2026.
yes, they will.
Yeah, and you're all over the socials, it looks like. Probably
Yeah,
doing all that on your own.
Facebook, Instagram. I'm not in love with doing any of that stuff, but it's just part of what you got to do at this point.
Right.
So I have an Instagram account. I have, I think, a couple of Facebook pages. I haven't done the TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
that's a hot new thing, doing those vertical video shorts and having those
I
on.
I don't know much about it, but I probably should start doing that. Yeah, and I have a website, www.stewcutler.com, and I spell my name
Yes.
Stewcutler. Um,
Yeah, and performances are streamed there on YouTube as well. You get a good feel for it. And
yeah,
even on some of your albums, you've included some live tracks, and I think that really gets you to feel like you're in the club and feeling that live vibe that you all put on. It's just looks like a fascinating live show as
well,
well.
I'd like to think we're pretty good live. Uh, yeah,
Excellent, excellent. good stuff out there, and you're all over Amazon Music and Spotify and those places. So if you want to check that out, um, yeah, Stew Stew. So did that's sounds really awesome, awesome,
Thank
and
you, Bob, and thank you for speaking to me and having me on your interview.
yeah,
That's
absolutely.
much appreciated. Um, and so you don't live in Cleveland now. Where do you live now?
Oh, I have been in Atlanta for 3.5, almost 4 decades.
Oh, wow. Do you
Yeah.
remember a place called Blues Harbor?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
very
played
much.
there times. Yeah.
Blues
Yeah.
Harbor. I used to go to Blind Willie's, a place where they
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
a
That
lot
was
of
that
blues.
was another place. Yeah. And there was some other place, I think it was called the Sleeves Lounge or
Yeah,
something.
it's
But
familiar. Yeah,
that,
yeah,
that place was fun though. Atlanta was cool. I haven't been there in a few years, but
yeah. A lot of people pass through here. It's what I always say is America's colon. It's just everything seems to pass through here.
ah,
That's you could use that 5 cents a use there every time. I always feel that every time. It's like nobody really comes to visit. It's just to pass through.
yeah, okay. I hadn't heard that one before, but I like Georgia and I like
It's a great
Atlanta.
place. No,
Yeah,
it's the whole state is just really, really cool. North Georgia's just got the rolling mountains, hills, and you go south towards the beach,
yeah.
where Savannah is at. It's a lot of good
Oh, I love
characteristics.
Savannah. Yeah, yeah.
It's just gorgeous, and that's why a lot of movies get shot here. It's got like the same kind of idea that California does. You got all the different types of weather and places to see and do.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's a
I
great
actually
place.
I
Great
actually
place.
lived there briefly. I had a girlfriend there many, many years ago. You know, in all my travels. There was a very small town named Jessup.
Oh
Which,
yeah.
do you know Jessup?
Yeah, well,
Oh
basically
my
on the way to
God.
Savannah. Yeah,
Yeah, yes. It's south southwest of Savannah, I believe. Jessup.
something like that.
Trying to think.
Yeah, yeah, maybe somewhere off I-16 off the top of my head, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, Jessup. I don't know if they had like some type of factory or something there, or they just do pecans there or something like that.
I
It's just,
don't know what goes on there. It
that's
was like, oh,
interesting.
especially at that time in my life, it was just like being on a whole other planet because it was grew up in the Bronx. Now here I am in rural southern Georgia.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's a
know,
change.
it was. Yeah, yeah.
That's all part of your travels. Do you get around internationally? Have you
I
performed
I
overseas?
I do. I've played Japan a few times,
Wow,
countless times in Europe though. Oh boy. Uh,
cool.
especially when the Harlem Gospel Singers were going when I was doing it. I mean, there was one time we went over there, and those tours were long, 3 months plus sometimes. But we would start. The band would stay, and we'd start working with other artists. There was one time I was there just 5 months straight,
Hmm.
which was it's a long
Wow.
time.
Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was we ended up in Portugal,
Oh,
Lisbon.
cool.
I spent Lisbon's a wonderful place. Portugal's a great country. Uh, I've been pretty much all over Western Europe. Some of the other places, Macedonia, Turkey, Slovenia. I'm trying to think of the more like the fringe places. Maybe I shouldn't call them fringe. Not as well known. Slovenia, I was waiting for like Count Dracula to come around the corner. There was something about it.
Yeah. Yeah. There is something about those
Yeah,
kind of areas. Yeah. Very unique.
yeah,
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Well, you get around. That's what music does. I mean, when you
yeah, yeah.
scrounge and get around and do a lot of busking and things like that. So it's just,
Well,
it's
busking
interesting.
I haven't done much of, but
Yeah.
going there on tour. Fontella Bass would go over there. Harlem Gospel Singers. I've been over there with Bobby Previtt. I've been over there with Wayne Horvitz. Uh, I'm probably leaving some things out, but you know, I remember going over there where either Germany had just either I can't remember if the wall had just come down or the wall was still up, but you saw the stark difference between East and West
Oh
Germany.
yeah.
Wow.
Never thought I'd see that either. That
Yeah,
was
it was amazing. I remember there was some conflict someplace and having to go on some Russian airliner. That was also unique. I mean, the East and the communist side, and I don't know what it is like in this day and age, but back then it was absolutely no frills. Put it
yeah.
like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
good old days. Well, thanks so much for dropping by. I really enjoyed it. And
Thank you. Thank
best
you.
wishes. Best wishes on future
Thank,
recordings and touring and all that fun stuff.
thank you so much. Thanks so much, Bob. And if you can think of any spot down your way which might be worth my while to approach, I know that Blues Harbor's not
Yeah.
going on anymore, but I don't know if there's anything that's taken its place.
Not that I know of them. I have to think about some venues. Probably out here, I'm out in the burbs, and
Okay.
there are places out here that are really nice venues. It's definitely grown that way. And then even in town, with
Yeah.
so much gentrification and things like that, there are new things being put up here because in Atlanta they just tear things down and build up new stuff all the time. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's always somewhere to play.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I could shoot you a message if I have something in mind.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the
Thank you
old.
so much. Thank,
Yeah,
thank you, thank you. That's all these interviews that get set up. I don't take any of them lightly, and I
cool.
really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me on your show.
Thank you so much. Take care and best wishes.
Thank you so much, Bob.
That was a lot of fun. Glad I got to speak with Stu today. It's been a couple of weeks since I did one of these episodes, so it's great to be back in the saddle again and to speak with you all again. And hopefully we'll do this again. Have a good one. And again, thanks for stopping by here. I believe I'm on Apple Podcasts, so if you're over there, please try to give me that great ranking. I've never asked for that before, so whatever, stop on by and give me those stars. Anywho, take care and talk with you soon.